So today we're doing this assignment and we're going to be talking about our lockdown experience. And you can tell my voice, I'm kind of annoyed because we've tried doing this like 3 times and the recording doesn't work. But so yeah, when we go back a couple like a month and a bit, we had a lockdown and my friend Gavin, who's here, as well as
Abby.
he was on the outside when it was happening. We're gonna talk about it, but so yeah, me and friend Gavin come to class one day like a little bit early to start an assignment that we had to catch up on. And the second that literally the door closed behind us and like the alarm goes off, being like, yeah, we're in a lockdown, and totally thought it was like, like not that real. So we're
totally
looking around.
Threw us off.
Yeah, it was just being idiots, like running outside. Like for the first like couple like seconds, like everyone's kind of just running out of the halls, and like we debated just running back to my res because it's across the street. Mm-hmm. But we're like, nah, whatever, we'll just sit in. It'll be like 5 minutes. Turns out it's like 2 hours.
Took forever to go through, and I mean, there were parts of it where we were kind of getting scared and like starting to block off the door, and then there were other parts where we were just being like Rambo and like running out with our cameras trying to record it. But I mean, it all started off with us just waiting in the study room, and when we hear the first announcement, the guy kind of sounds a little off, so we weren't 100% sure if it was just a drill or not. And a couple minutes later, probably 5 minutes later, he comes on again and repeats the same message, but this time he kind of sounds scared, which kind of threw me off. So I was thinking like the guy's being like held hostage or something. I'm thinking like the very worst. So what happened to you like right when it started?
Well, I wasn't here for like the first part of it.
Okay.
But on like the second half of it, like that's what, like when I was coming out of the go bus, I saw like cops and SWAT team in front of the building and cars everywhere, and technically I was trying to get access to the Simcoe building.
Yeah.
But I mean not the Golden Valley building. Sorry, the Golden Valley building.
But yeah, they're just blocking everything.
They were just blocked up. They just told me like, yo, you can't get access here. You had to go. No, you gotta stay north. Like,
Yeah, I remember from where we were looking through our window, and through another class's window, and like out their actual classroom window. You know what I mean? So like, there's a bunch of space in between and just to be able to make out like the faintest little like cop and his car. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like looking out, like Gavin thought there was like a Russian mobster in trench coat originally
like this
there,
dude,
like,
this
trying
is
to take
the
over school.
sketchiest looking dude I've ever seen. Just standing there with his sunglasses and his little trench coat, like it totally threw me off.
That cover, but like,
yeah,
totally not the case. And but when the thing is like me and Gavin like half the thing that was scary to us is when people were just like, you just hear classrooms over just flipping desks and stuff, and it's like then there'd be 5 minutes of silence and then another like couple minutes of people like moving shit. It was really awkward. And the thing is when we decided like, okay, we're gonna go like explore, like take this into our own hands, like it's been like an hour and a bit, like what's going on, like we could just run to my res right now any minute. Started walking the halls, and there's this one classroom, or a study room, which I thought all these people were not the smartest for hiding in, because it is a classroom, which is an open target for someone who wants to
kill you.
So, anyways, we go in there, and we have our cameras and our tripods in our hands, so like it's kind of hard to confuse anything or even have like a sketchy thought of like what we have in our hand. Anyways, and like we walk into this room, and like this room of like 6 people like automatically start asking us questions like, where do we go, like what's our names, like who are we, and they're freaking out. And I'm like, man, like I have a camera in my hand, like how big of a threat do you think I am? Like
they
like,
really
relax,
they didn't trust us at all. It was weird.
Overreaction.
But we started walking around like I said earlier, with our cameras, trying to get some sort of footage, thinking we're gonna get fame from it. And
CP24.
we hear like cops walking down the hallway, and we start booking back to the classroom.
Wow.
And this is my favorite part of this whole story is when we're trying to turn a corner, and then Brandon almost falls, just loses his footing.
But like the thing is, like I didn't fall.
He didn't fall.
It would have been.
Himself,
I think it was
sure.
almost more funny that I was catching myself. The thing is, like I drifted around the corner like on one foot. It wasn't even like I ran and like my feet were sliding out. It was like one foot just like slid down the perfect arch
It was
around
amazing.
the corner.
Yeah.
It was graceful. Anyways, that's our brief, funny and interesting experience in a lockdown scenario. Hope you guys don't have to experience a real one. That would suck.